The Sedra of BeHar begins with the description of the sabbatical year, the year that comes every 7 years when all fields must lie fallow and all debts are cancelled. And then it proceeds to tell us what happens after every 7 sabbatical years. We have a Yovel, a Jubilee year. And the Torah tells us that in this year, Ukratem dra ba'aretz l'chol yoshveha, the verse that appears engraved on the Liberty Bell, that then says, "You shall proclaim liberty throughout the land to all its inhabitants." A reference to the fact that those people, whom the Torah calls avadim, usually translated as slaves, but actually meaning bonded labourers, come to the end of their period of servitude, at their service, and they can go return home. The commentators explain what is meant by the word dror, that we translate as liberty. Rashi explains that it comes from the word dira, meaning to live, because a servant, once freed, can live wherever he wishes. And then Rashi adds something else. Dror means the period when which a servant is no longer under the authority of others. He becomes under his own authority. The Ibn Ezra goes further, and he compares the word dror to its use in another part of the Torah, where it refers to a bird, a little bird, which, the Ibn Ezra says, sings when it's under its own authority, but if it's under the control of others, it refuses to eat until it dies. A very poignant and poetic description of what freedom means to the human soul. This week, the people of Israel and the entire Jewish world celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut, the anniversary of the declaration of the independence of the State of Israel, that day in 1948, when Jewish history was transformed, and for the first time in 2,000 years, the Jewish people had their own state, their own sovereign entity, in which they could call home. For the first time in 2,000 years, the Jews could truly live in a place under their own choosing. They could be under their own authority. They could be compared to the bird, who began to sing because they were no longer under the control of others. On Yom Ha'atzmaut, we give thanks. We give thanks for the state of Israel and the ability for Jewish culture and learning to flourish as it has done over the last 63 years. We give thanks that Jews are no longer persecuted without refuge, because we know they always have a place to which to turn. And we give thanks because with the advent of the State of Israel, with Jews no longer being under the dominion of others, no longer being forced to live where others tell them, Jews have become truly free. Chag Sameach.